Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening. I am Veronica Lopez, and this is the weekly Kubernetes SIG release meeting. Please, we're recording this, and so I want to please remind you to adhere to the Kubernetes code of conduct, be excellent to each other. Yeah, so today we have, I believe, a very light agenda. But even if you didn't have time to update the document, which is linked in the chat, thanks to Marco. Yeah, so feel free to add more items there if you didn't have the time earlier. And so yeah, oh, I see that Borgo is here. Welcome. Okay, so we can start now. Do we have any new members or attendees that would like to say hi?
Yeah, I'm a new attendee. My name is Amir, and I have been working as software engineer for more than 4 years.
Great. It's great to have you. I'm very excited every time that we have new contributors, Amir.
Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you too.
Great. Now, do we have anyone else? All right. Okay, then we can go ahead with the project updates. We can start with release engineering.
Yeah, I added some notes here. Hi, everyone. So first of all, Go updates. It is announced that today we are expecting Go patch releases for 1.20 and 1.19 that are supposed to fix 4 CVEs. This is something that I created a tracking issue for and that I'm planning on tackling tomorrow because it will take time for Go images to become available. I guess they usually do that several hours after the release is out. So by tomorrow morning, Europe time, we are going to see images available. But because of this, we delayed RC1 cut from today to Thursday. So that we are able to pick it up and that we test it before the final release. So no special updates regarding that, but just to be aware of that and if you see PR to know what's up. Other point that we have is patch releases, and they're scheduled for next week. Similar as usual of Wednesday, and that's hopefully going to be a day after the final 127.0 release. So yeah, we have the cherry pick deadline coming up. I'm not sure if we have a plan on who's going to review cherry pick this time, but maybe I can start taking a look starting tomorrow to see if there's a PR and to start bringing folks if there's anything that should be added and stuff like that. Yeah, nothing too special, but something that maybe now that we have work on call that we can discuss is RC1 and final Tuesday, and also patch releases. Something that I'm a little bit worried about is that we still don't really have consensus on signing issues. I'm not sure if that is fixed or not. And we spoke about reverting the right limits that we added, but I think that turned out to be impossible or complicated or something like that. But on the other hand, I don't think that we have a complete fix in promo tools. So it might happen again that we go into releases, but that we have problem with signatures. So I just wanted to see if we have any plan for this.
So did you say reverting what?
I mean, reverting the limits for the artifact registry that we have.
I haven't heard of any plans to do that. I mean, we need to check with SIG Infra, but I think there's no plan to do that. There has been only one patch to the promoter so far to deal with another red limit in one of the calls, but the problem is that what we would need to do is to rate limit the calls to Sigstr, and that's deeper because the way we structure the libraries is the promoter uses a SIG release signer, which in turn wraps the Sigstr libraries which are the ones who actually, and I think those in turn use GGCR. So it's a very deep chain of wrapping. So the calls that we do directly to the registries have all been rate limited. One of the calls, there was a PR to wrap another call in the promoter, not in the signature specifically, but in one of the processes that copies the images. I am quite sure it's not going to be enough, given the current limits. But I think the rate limit is, I mean, I need to so as far as I know, the rollout of the registry direct is still going on, so I don't expect the rate limits to change. And so yeah, we'll probably end up with the same situation. We had planned to start testing the job that fixes the signatures after the fact. Unfortunately, Carlos is out, so we didn't do that, but still we are kind of holding on hitting the registry too hard because of the rollout. So we need to be in in cooperating with that change. So probably my expectation is that unless we get really lucky, we're gonna end up with failed signatures with RC1 again. So since we delayed it, we might as well promote the latest patches to the promoter to run with that one and see if that helps. And I mean, if it does, good. If not, we still need to change a lot more.
So for that, we would need a new promoters release and then update it everywhere. And yeah, I will document that.
Now, because we have an extra few days to do that.
Okay. Thanks, Marco. Oh, and concerning cherry picks, if you'd like to start today, Marco, feel free. I am planning to do it on my behalf tomorrow. But let me know if you start today. Where are you standing, and I can continue tomorrow, and we could. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, if you don't want to start today, that's fine. I'm just heads up.
Yeah, it will be either today or tomorrow morning, my time. So yeah, we can cite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will have a bunch of dead hours tomorrow waiting in an airport lounge for like 3 hours that I cannot do other type of work with cherry picks. So happy to catch up with that. Anyway, anything else about this topic? Any questions to Marco or Adolfo?
Just curious, I haven't really helped with cherry picks in the past. Can I shadow with somebody, or is it something I could help out with? I'm a little reluctant to like approve or say anything on a cherry pick, and so I've kind of been on the sidelines, but I'd love to get more involved.
Yes, of course. In the past, someone, I don't remember who, I'm sorry, suggested we could do like a spreadsheet to track all the things, because sometimes it can be a bit confusing to know the context around a specific cherry pick, and not only the technical context, which is obviously important, but sometimes it's not reflected in the PRs that whoever is reviewing them already had a chat with the people involved on Slack, and things like that has happened to me many times with, for example, Ligit. But I also don't update anyone else because I know that no one will be there. So it will be like a double effort. But someone proposed to have a spreadsheet with like those type of details, and so I'm happy to do that. I usually don't do it because it's mostly me and Marco, and we update on Slack, and it's also like last minute and a bit more of effort, but I'm very happy to do it this time around, since we have a couple of extra days. So yeah, we'll do that, and I'll ping you.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. Doesn't have to be anything official or anything, but just would love
Oh,
to help
no.
out a little bit more.
No. Oh, no. Like my spreadsheet will just be like
Awesome.
copy pasting stuff. That's
Cool.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to point out one potential issue that I think this is a great idea, but I think that we right now one of the release managers can cherry pick a pro. So this is some blocking that we might have, but we can still go together and like discuss cherry picks or something like that. There was some idea that we build a plugin and that's going to allow release manager associates to cherry pick approved PRs, but I can't find the issue right now. So I can link it later if I'm able to find it, but there's still no progress on that. But as I said, we can probably still do some run together or something like that.
Yes.
I think it would be useful.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks, Marco. But yeah, definitely. Even if it's, I don't know, in my mind, thing that I had, yeah, as an example would be like if Jim could do some reviews and literally just let me or Marco know, like, this is ready to get in. I already went through this and that. So it's good. And that actually would help a lot. Yeah. And so I don't know, we can coordinate, or even if you just want to see how things are done, that's also great. Okay. Then thank you. Let's go to, oh, I see that people added stuff now. Go updates are done, patch releases next week, RC1 on Thursday and Tuesday. Okay, so release team.
Yeah, things are going pretty good for us. The RC1 cut has been mentioned already. Release is on the 11th. Right now, we're kind of full steam ahead on comms and docs and release notes. Have the webinar with CNCF scheduled for next Friday. So release is next Tuesday, and then they originally wanted to schedule the webinar on Tuesday, but I figure I wanted to add a little buffer time because I'm pretty sure the release date has slipped for the last two releases. So like, just in case we weren't able to make that Tuesday, like, let's not plan to do the webinar that day. And then, you know, KubeCon is the following week. So I'm going to do that webinar. Me and Mark will do the webinar on Friday, and then I will hop on a plane to Amsterdam later that day. Yeah, lots of fun. But yeah, things are good. All indications so far kind of show that we will hit that release date target. So yeah.
Sweet. Thank you, Sander. Do you have any questions for Sander? Well, I hope that everything goes swimmingly with that schedule. Do we have any other topics that are not in the agenda? Okay, yes, Amir.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about the shadow program. I wanted to contribute more and be an active member in the Kubernetes. So I just wanted to ask if I'm not right, it's after the release. Yeah, right?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Veronica.
No, I was literally going to say, I believe that Sander is the best person for this.
Sure. So we're in the process right now of doing the nominations for all of the leads for the 1.28 release. So that team is coming together. I would guess that applications to Shadow for 1.28 would open either the week after KubeCon or a week after that, and probably a week after that. I think that's probably the timeline that they'd be looking at right now. But yeah, so keep an eye on, and if you're here, you're probably already on the SIG release mailing list. That's where the information will get sent out once applications are open. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks for information.
Jim.
I was going to mention Amir too, since it's kind of hard to time exactly when the shadow applications open or when they close or keeping up with it. I mean, personally, I have a hard time even keeping up with it myself. I would recommend if you are plugged into these meetings like you're attending right now for SIG release or the release team that Xander's leading, I think just staying plugged into the community, you're going to be kind of aware of it and getting helped out and learning some of the vocabulary and learning some of the people. And so while definitely keep an eye out for that shadow application, there's nothing stopping you from passively getting involved right now or actively getting involved in the future. And I think personally speaking, plugging into these meetings is a great step to like just kind of stay involved, and then potentially you'll hear when those announcements come out here after the release. So just a personal anecdote, I guess.
Sure. Thanks for the suggestion. I will keep an eye, and also I will attend every meeting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah.
And on that same note, I was going to say that even though it would be great to have you as a shadow, as an official shadow, always feel free to come contribute and attend the meetings and see where you can help. You don't necessarily need to be an official shadow to be able to help out with some of the stuff. Some of the tasks do require an official status for some reasons, and I'm happy to discuss offline.
Sure.
But in general, yeah, you can just come and see what.
Yeah,
what
if there's anything, maybe I can help out. So maybe you can assign me, or just lay it over to me. I
Yes,
can help for sure.
we rarely have like one specific task to be like, go do this. It's more like we have this big set of problems or whatever, and then we need individuals to start adopting little pieces of it, depending on time and skills, availability, many things like that. So my personal recommendation is for you, if you're interested, is to hang out in the Slack channel and literally fish for for interesting things to do. And if you need any specific help, you can ping me. I'm Veronica, and I'm sure that most of the people here would be happy to help as well.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot.
All right. Anyone else has additional topics?
Yeah, I left two issues in the agenda about structured test output for rep tests. And there is two issues from Ben Elder for K-release and K6 promo tools. That's basically idea to provide some JUnit format of test so Prow can parse it, and there's like triage tool that can be used to debug tests. So that might be very useful in larger repos like release or promo tools, so it can be easy to follow what's going on. And basically there was Slack thread and some +1, if that is okay, would be good. And maybe we can consider this as something that is a good issue for a beginner, if anyone wants to help. I think it shouldn't be too complicated, but yeah, we can decide on that probably.
Sweet. Oh, thank you, Marco. I see that there's a lot of activity in the chats for the Amir's question, and yeah, and also relevant to probably Amir's question. If you're curious about what Marco just mentioned, feel free to ping him. Yeah, okay. And does anyone have any specific questions for Marco on this topic? Okay. Anything else? Okay. There are no more topics. I'm gonna give you your time back. Thank you so much for attending, and very nice meeting you, Amir, and see you on the internet. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.